Afternoon, haven't done an update for a while, so I thought I'd do a quick little wander around. Been a bit disappointed with the way the garden's gone this summer. I've probably moaned and whinged about that before, but I decided to pull my finger out and actually do something about it this week. So started off with some Roma tomatoes. We lost the other seedlings we had, the Ace 55s and other Romas, to some sort of blight infection in the stem base right down the bottom. Spread up really quickly. So I bit the bullet and went down to a local garden supply place / hardware and bought a punnet of Roma tomatoes. Yeah, I did a clip on it the other day, but I had to leave and do other things, so I never finished the clip. But basically what I did was, the root of the plant is here. I laid it across the soil, covered it up. So I did that with this one, this one and this one, and these guys are just planted normally. The reason I did that was something clicked when I watched Bobby from MHP Gardener's channel. He is doing a bit of an experiment where he's laying tomatoes across the top of the soil, covering them up, the stem up with soil. His theory is that because the roots are near the top, that's where you get the majority of the water, that they'll actually form more roots. The other method that's popular on YouTube is continually burying the tomato like you would a potato. If you grow that method, as the new sets of leaves appear, you bury up to those leaves, clip them off, bury up to the next set, and so on. Yeah, but this way just makes a little bit more sense because the roots are all near the top. I know when I pulled out the tomatoes from the wicking barrel earth bucket experiment I did, I found most of the roots were right up near the top, with a few down near the bottom of the stalk that was about a foot long within the bucket. So this way, hopefully there'll be more roots because they're near the surface where they will be getting more water. Anyway, that's the Romas. In here I'm going to also plant out down the sides, close to the edge, and 2 rows in the middle. They probably won't get a lot of sunlight, but I'll see what happens. Some garlic. I got a whole heap of garlic I bought at the market from a local farmer. So some purple skin and some white skin. So we'll see how they go. In the garden itself, yeah, there's been some big changes. This here is all the spaghetti squash and pumpkin. I pulled that out yesterday morning. That's how big the pumpkin was. That's the root there. So just to give you an idea, that's how thick the pumpkin root was. Nearly is about half as thick as my wrist. So nice big healthy stalk. The only problem is, and I've said it before in other clips, we lost all pumpkins bar one this year to fruit fly. So I've decided that what I'm going to do is just pull it, cut my losses, and start organising something for autumn. So I pulled the spaghetti squash. Same thing was happening. The fruit was forming on the spaghetti squash and they were being blown before the flower even opened to pollinate it, the female fruit. So that's all out here. And I'm actually going to mulch that up with the lawnmower with the catcher on and use that in something else, but that'll be another clip. So in here we have the pumpkin squash. You can see some fly blowing chili. So as soon as I get a couple of barrels that are being dropped off, I'll mulch these up and show you what I'm doing with them. This here is the mutant tropical Lima beans, or Madagascar beans. They've done really, really well, but as you can see, the pods are starting to rot. Just the weather. I really wouldn't eat that bean. Bit of fungus and mold and whatever on it. I harvested a whole basket full this morning, so I'm pretty happy with that. So we got some more dried ones for the jar, and we got some fresh ones for some salad. Yeah, so these beans here, what I'm going to do with them is just the same thing, run them over with the lawnmower, but I'm actually going to put these ones back in the bed they came from. This is the bed they came from. That was the trellis they were on, and they're actually, there's a bit of a stalk still there, they're actually growing up underneath this greenhouse here and onto the lemon over there, so they were definitely spreading their wings. But what I've done here is I've left 3 plants. I've got this one plant here, well actually 2 plants here, and this one plant there. There was another one over here, but the ants had made a nest around his roots, so he wasn't looking too good. So what I've got to do here is just spray some pests. The ants are putting up some thrifts in there, I think. So I just got to spray that with some neem, or maybe some diatomaceous earth, make up some solution and give them a spray and try and get rid of them. Yeah, so these beans are a perennial, so they'll stay and they'll come back. I'm going to dig the mulched up beans back through this bed, and over there I'm actually going to plant a couple of spaghetti squash again. So try and yeah, get some spaghetti squash. We should have fairly warm weather for another month or two, so we'll see what happens with that. And it'll also be off the ground, so hopefully no frost will really affect it. The water chestnuts, as you can see, have gone crazy. I say that every time, I think. They just won't stop. They just will not stop producing greenery, that is. I'm yet to see how many corms we get underneath. Yeah, so these are the carrot flowers. This one here is actually a yellow one, a yellow carrot that we got from Doing in an heirloom pack. There was white, yellow, purple and orange. So we had a look at the base, and here's a yellow one with very pretty white, delicate flowers. And this one's one that you may have seen earlier. It's actually starting to set seed. So we're going to have our own seed this year. Unlike the transplanted carrot I did last year, but anyway. There's another seed head from it there. And that's just a Nance 2 carrot. So we like these carrots. Sorry, zoom out. That head's finished and starting to form seeds. So I'll get some seeds off that one as well. That's just a look at the seedlings we got to go in. We've got some silver beet, some rainbow charged silver beet. This potting mix I got from a cheapie shop, a $2 shop. Really shouldn't have. The growth in it's been pretty poor. I actually put some worm tea in there, so hopefully that'll bring them back a bit. The tapsoy over the back left corner has got a bit more colour to it, so I think they're bouncing back slowly. But anyway, I've got assorted cauliflower and broccoli in there, some rainbow chard and tapsoy, and that's kale, and it's being eaten. So I'll have to look into that in a tick. Also have a lonely opal basil, but yeah, he just popped up by himself. The strawberries here have gone crazy. Actually, I will show you the strawberries in the aquaponics. I came down this morning and these strawberries are throwing runners out everywhere. They're absolutely phenomenal, the amount of runners. I've come down and actually clipped off the top of the tip of a lot of the runners, because there was only 4 plants in here from memory to begin with. There's another one there, one down there that hasn't rooted. There's about 3 or 4 in this little area just here, so very happy with that. Yeah, the aquaponics, I should have been going down and buying some jade perch, but haven't got around to it yet. Some nice little chive flower. Just a quick plug, we've started up a cooking channel on YouTube. It's got a couple of clips that I've already done, and probably I've got a couple more to upload as well. I'm just trying to keep cooking and gardening separate, so check it out if you want. Well, that's pretty much all it. Hopefully we'll have a few more clips with something interesting. I know the walkarounds can be a tad boring. So we'll show you a couple of things we're going to start doing in the garden, with some composting, worm composting, and hopefully the aquaponics. I'll have some more news on the aquaponics in the next 2 weeks. That's pretty much all it. Just a bit of a shout out actually. Muggsy Jeff and Wilma, they have a channel here on YouTube, and he's an apiarist, and they do a lot with gingers and subtropical sort of plants. Real nice guy, real interesting. Does a bit of cooking as well, which I like the style of cooking he does. Pity I can't get any bunya nuts though, not many bunya trees around here. So that's pretty much all it. You have a great one and take it easy. Catch ya.